Monday, Fashion Dolls. I know you guys have been wondering where I have been. I am in the process of moving. I'm currently with my brother right now, but if you guys joined this morning's live, you guys got a tour of the new house. So I'm super
Oh,
excited.
wow.
But make sure y'all go and catch the replay for this morning. I wasn't making that face if you guys missed it before we came on. Mark and me had some sound issues, but we're good now. I don't even want to discuss what I just saw right here on Instagram. I'll save that for a later day,
Okay.
tomorrow's morning's live.
Okay.
Let's just
Okay.
say that the snapping turtle, Mitch McConnell, all of a sudden his photo just reemerged. We know why, but we'll discuss that tomorrow. But how have you been, my love?
Oh, wow. I've been good. How are you? See, how are you?
Doing great, doing better. As you guys know, Mark also was one of the ones who reached out, and I thank you, my love. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
know June 10th, my house burned down, and we had
yeah,
something scheduled that week, and I was totally
yeah,
looking forward to
yeah,
it. But,
yeah.
life throws you curveballs, and you have no control over exactly what happens
Mm-hmm.
next. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to say that I'm thankful to be here, to be alive, to be here
Amen.
with you. I came back July 2nd, and that was a surprise. It was spur of the moment. I said, you know what?
Hmm.
Let's do it. Let's go to different people's homes and do the show. Wherever you go, you take that seat with you.
Where
Someone in the
home
audience
is, yeah,
said that, and make it your own. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm glad you're getting back on your feet though, because that's just so crazy. That's so crazy, and I'm so sorry to hear that.
And I appreciate it, my love. You reached out, K Tooks. Shout outs to my brother K Tooks, who you did an interview with as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He was the first person that I called. I can remember sitting in the car and I was panicking and I just had a breakdown. I started crying like,
Oh my
the
God.
house, what are we gonna do now? We literally have no
Hmm.
place to
Hmm.
go now.
Hmm.
God turned it around and I am now a first time homeowner. So I'm excited for this journey. Um, you guys got a tour. My home has a salon in it. So
Okay,
y'all come to
okay.
see me get my hair done in there. Shout outs to Ashley for this unit here. But yes, um, I'm excited for this new chapter, and you guys are
Yeah.
coming along with me. In at 32 years old, my birthday, my 33rd birthday, will be
Okay.
coming up this October. So I'm looking
Okay. Okay.
forward to this new chapter in my life, and the process of having your own. My father and everybody else is still in shock. But enough about me. Let's
Yeah.
catch up to
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
congratulations on Seraphim.
Ah, thank you. Well, congratulations on the house first, because that's a big. That's big. That's really really big. That's you own your stuff, ownership all the way through. So that's really really good. But Seraphim, in the same breath, ownership. Yeah. So Seraphim is doing pretty good. Yeah, she's on platform finally. The last time I think we spoke, I was trying to get it there. Remember, I would think I was trying to get it. We were going through the film festival circuits or getting ready to go through the film festival circuit. And we did 18 months of that. And then we had a little bidding war here and there with a couple of distribution companies, and we settled on Deku, and Deku's been gracious for putting us on their platform, pushed out through Prime and Roku and Apple TV. So it's wonderful. Yeah, yeah.
I had the conversation with my brother K Tukes about the importance of, and when we met, we had our conversation as well too.
Yeah.
I still
Mhm.
love that you were one of the top artists that represented us in the LGBTQ community way before we had the Saucy Santanas and the Lil Nas X's and
Mhm.
who's another artist who's openly Kaylani. Way before we had them, it was Mark Angel. You were
Yeah.
up there with Fly Young Red and Big Frida. Y'all all
Yeah.
three broke the mold for artists, for us
Yeah.
in the LGBTQ plus community to have visibility. And I
Mhm.
remember
Mhm.
having the phone conversation with my brother K2. So I'm gonna put K2 on blast like that's Seraphim. I'm like, but do you understand the importance of what he's doing though, brother?
Mhm.
Because believe it or not, I don't know if you guys just seen the most recent story on Pink News. What they're trying to do is slap a warning censor on LGBT content, whether it may be
Ah.
adult. whether it may be mainstream, and that
Mhm, mhm,
includes
mhm,
music, that includes movies as well
mhm,
too.
mhm.
There has to be some sort of visibility. So what you've done, Mark, with Seraphim is groundbreaking to be able to go to Native Zone Boys or Native Son
Native
and
Son, yeah.
yes, market your project. Now it's in the film festival circuit, and I remember I think our second or third conversation. It was me, you, and Minister Sherrick O'Quinn, and we were
Yes,
talking
yeah.
about the importance of visibility
Mhm, mhm.
and the Black community, and not just in the Black community, but also the queer community. So what you're doing with Seraphim, I'm so proud of you, my love. And I had to tell my
Thank
brother
you.
K2, so
Thank
I'm like, he has to do this because yes, we have T.S. Madison, who represents me as a Black trans woman here in
you.
front of
Mhm,
y'all, but it needs somebody, you need somebody also to represent all facets of the diaspora in the
right,
queer community.
yeah.
You're doing that with your project, with including artists who are also in the community as well,
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
heard of, giving them an opportunity to get their foot in the door and promote their voice or their talent itself. So I
Yeah.
wanted to encourage you on that. And I also wanted to talk about how important is
Thank you.
visibility under this regime right now, where they're stripping away. Now he's going crazy. He wants the Smithsonian Museum. Is it the
Yeah.
Smithsonian Museum? Y'all correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, you're
Have
right.
a
The
warning.
African American Museum. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Uh,
he
so
wants
that
to put a warning label on it. But go ahead. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So that's the reason why visibility and representation is important because it's not anymore now where it's oh hey I'm here and they're like oh you're here come on in, you know what I'm saying, or
Right.
oh we've got to fill a quota, or oh it's no, we don't want that. We're purposely going in to erase what's already there. So when we get our opportunities like Seraphim, like Hope Giselle has her documentary out that's running the film
Yes.
festival
Come on,
circuits.
girl. Not your average girl.
Yes,
Yes.
and I'm so proud of her. And my friends, I have Ronald Hilton, who's doing Natives, which is a web series. They have uh, Roger Omius Jr., who's been doing the Finding Me sort of
Finding
series, and
me
so
and
so we
talks
have
like myself. Yes.
yes, so we have a Slate TV as well. We have a lot of folks that are ready and have quality product, and it's just about getting it to the masses. And so Seraphim has sort of been it's been sort of this life class, and you don't necessarily have to go to the masses through traditional ways. You know, you can use the system accordingly, but also use your community. That's the only way we've been able to do this, by the film festivals, progressive film festivals, LGBTQ film festivals, Black queer film festivals, Black film festivals, and then my community with, with running around with the prides and Center for Black Equity and impulses. And we have that infrastructure. The pieces are there. We just have to build how you arc the infrastructure, and that's what this project is really about. Just of course the message, socially conscious, but also in regards to if we were talking about the business model of it,
Yes.
using and collaborating with your community to build that infrastructure in order to get that visibility, because in the mainstream they're consistently deconstructing it, at least for right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And shout outs to y'all. Welcome as y'all are just coming in. We were just talking about
Yes.
Brother
Hey Kate.
K2.
Hey Kenneth. Mhm.
Shout outs to K Tukes, host of the K Tuke Spot. Let me go through and read some of you guys' comments. Me and Deshaun was talking about this morning. If you guys caught me in this morning's live where I was literally in the home unpacking, you guys got a little house tour. Check out this morning's previous live. It's not fully done yet. We're still moving things. My brother is doing some things to the house. I know once I get my bed set up and I get my chair and everything set up, I'll be able to
Mhm.
do the show from my new home. But Miss
Yeah.
Stevie loved the hair and the pink dress. Cher was my inspiration, and I'm losing the weight, so y'all know I had to throw a little cutout out there. Look at that. Yes. All
Very
right.
good. Very good.
If we make it through the cracks, we actually might make an alternative and navigate through the world. I saw you was packing. Yes, 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 yes. And it's very hard though. Not really. If we have the resources and tools to create our LGBT content, because now they're trying to slap a warning label. I was telling you about
Mhm,
that,
mhm, mhm,
Deshaun, how they're wanting to label us in the queer community. But see, that was listed in Project 2025. And me,
Yes,
Mark,
it all
and
was.
Minister Sherrick touched on that, how they
Yeah,
were going to start to put a warning label on anything deemed as, since we're on YouTube, pornography. It's giving Cher. She was my inspiration. And Cher loves a cutout if you guys watch the Sonny and Cher hour. So
oh
she was
yeah, she
definitely
does.
inspiration for this dress that
Hmm.
I'm wearing today. And I said, why not? It's summertime, it's hot, back and forth. The work is paying off. So I needed to show a
Yeah,
little bit of ad today.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but
Show
when you talk about,
a little side.
yes, the importance of LGBT visibility. Shout outs to my girl Faith. This substance. She says salutations. Hello, Mark.
She said, but the thing is, we also need to wake up the LGBTQ community where someone keep getting manipulated to the program falling from other. Oh,
Mark,
okay.
how do you
I
feel
was
about
just
that? I'm
reading.
gonna let you give your opinion first because I've been talking about it with Deshaun. I think
Oh,
it's better that people hear it from my guests, but I'm gonna let
yes,
Mark take it.
yeah. She's continued. She's right. She's writing more. Deshaun, you're writing more. Okay. Need to give-
Y'all know how I feel about that God thing. What did I tell y'all about that this morning, Deshaun? I'm in the
Oh
red
yeah,
state
it
of South
is.
Carolina. But
Yeah.
Mark, I'm gonna let Mark take it.
Um. Well, I think that we do have a system that's set up where we can make change, right? Um. I think that the closest thing to that right now in regards to politics and in regards to the power of the people outside of art is of course voting. Don't let these folks tell you that your vote doesn't matter. Don't tell you that, let them tell you that gerrymandering has cut you off at the pass. You still go out and you vote. You vote in November, that's coming up, and then 2026 right now, and then you're going to vote again in what 2027, right? 2028. It's beginning of 2028. So that is how we could literally change it overnight in November because we can change Congress enough that House flips, potentially Senate flips, and then we have a little bit more leverage to, if not get things to happen, at least to block the craziness from the executive branch, right? Um, Outside of that, what we can do as people is do what we do. What is it in our gifts that's most effective? What's going to? I was out there, in the marches. I always do the
Yeah.
panels. I always doing the guest things and speaking to kids and speaking to grown folks about what's going on in regards to the industry. But when I was thinking of creating Seraphim, it was like what best way can I do this? It's through my music, it's through the gift of song and dance. And so find whatever it is that is your gift, is your purpose, and capitalize on that in order to push an agenda for a better world. And that's my advice. And I see she's still he's still writing. He's still writing.
Still
Um,
going.
but it's we can make change. And like I said, with this film, we're making change. We're hitting audience. I, I've had this in front of audiences that I never thought would be. I mean, we've gone to Toronto, we've gone to London. I mean, there are folks that I never thought in a million years would be interested in this. And the answer was it's not that they weren't necessarily interested, it's just because it wasn't available. So that's my point. Do whatever it is your gift and push it out there and make it available. There's somebody else that's waiting for it.
Look at there. Brother K2 said that the film is amazing.
Thank you,
Deshaun
Ken.
says a lot. Let me start from the beginning and read some. Okay. Because the thing is, straight people who can navigate through the world without any judgment, it's always been that way. Whenever we watch television as queer people growing up, what do we see? We saw the man and the woman on television. You
Hmm.
go to shows like, and even though it's a part of Black culture, it was straight couples, and we loved it. It was Martin, it was Weezy and George Jefferson, the Jeffersons.
Hmm.
It was your
Hmm.
typical
Hmm.
heterosexual
Hmm.
couples, and those shows were pivotal to Black culture, but you never saw a queer character, maybe one or
Hmm.
two queer characters
Hmm.
on the
Even
show.
before even before those shows, there weren't any black shows
Yeah.
like that. Like so it had to kind of get there. The representation
And
had to get there. Yeah.
they also take gay people's clothes, act, whatever you do. But basically, pushing you back into the closet. And I told y'all, I'm in the red state of South Carolina where I'm at. I showed y'all the gas
Yeah.
prices. I showed it to you real raw and everything. The days that I was out,
Ooh.
trying to get myself back together to get back
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
my feet after the fire happened. And I'm literally showing you in the real world what I'm battling up against down here. I'm in the red state of South Carolina, and I think I'm the only queer person with the platform down here that is bold enough to speak out on world
Yeah.
issues and doing it
Yeah.
on an international level. One of my guests said that to me, that you, I think, are the first or one of the few that is being bold enough to put themselves on the line to speak out about what's going on in your city, where you're at. I noticed that I watched the
Mhm.
Instagram stories. I also watched a lot of videos of what's going on. It's terrible. And it's really who you are and everything, how fair gay people, straight people listen. And I have this conversation with Deshaun all the time, and we talked about this morning. Queer phobia is here, it's not going anywhere. It
Right.
is up to us as the creators, the innovators, to break that cycle. It's always going to continue to be here. If we don't do the work and do what we're doing right now, which is Mark is using his music. You've seen him in the marches. We've mentioned my girl, Hope Giselle, who I've had the pleasure of sitting down
Yeah.
with here on my show. Fairy Puss, who I just recently had the pleasure of sitting down with, Bree Star.
Mhm.
We got our girl T.S. Madison, who I dream about sitting
Yeah.
down. That would
Yeah.
be one
TS
for
is
the
dope.
books. Y'all would
Yeah.
be ready.
Yeah. She's great.
Y'all would be ready for that
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
coming. I'm manifesting it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. You're very sick. And if they say, listen, they always say that gay people or queer people, we are mentally ill and sick, but we're not the ones out here. And I'm gonna be politically incorrect. We're not the ones out here in the Epstein files. We're not the ones out here fucking 13 year olds.
Right.
I believe that would be Cheeto Puff in chief.
Yeah.
And
And
as
just the
my girl
sign.
Hope
And
Giselle would say, I'll wait.
I'll wait. Yeah.
That's right.
It's just the science of it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, science has already disproven that decades ago, and they're still on that same propaganda. Instead of looking at the facts, everything is flexible and fluid and evolving, and allow people that space. Nothing is a dichotomy. So,
Indoctrination, religious indoctrination. And I think Mark and Minister Sherrick touched on that the last time
mhm.
they were there. She says cheese puff. Yeah, Cheeto Puff, let it, LOL, let it rip, Miss Stevie. I told y'all, I'm like the younger version of Millie Jackson. I don't care what comes out of my mouth and if people like it or not, but people need to know for what he is. He is a fascist. He is a orange piggy. And my brother K Tooks hates when I get political and roast him, but he needs that. For you to get
Yeah,
up
he
here
does.
and you protect one of rap's biggest superstars. I don't agree with her on anything because she is very transphobic and she's made that very clear where she stands. But
Hmm.
she didn't
Hmm.
deserve that at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But I think she does. Let me take that back. She does because of what she's done to other female artists in the game.
Oh, you're talking about Nick?
Onika. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, when you coon like that, you can't expect for them to have your back. Of course, they're gonna make fun of her.
I got one more
Yeah.
thing, Mom. I'm not done roasting. You
Oh.
can't even take your husband to a Chuck E. Cheese, honey, let alone you sitting up here, you worried about boys and dresses and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Her
Don't
glass
get me
house,
started
huh?
on your brother. Your
Her
brother's
her
already in the slammer.
her
But your
glass
husband
house.
can set foot near an open house, a kindergarten, a Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah,
a bowling alley, nothing that involves
yeah,
children.
yeah. There's work to be done. And I just pray for her. I just pray for her.
Her career is creaking just like that chair in Hot Girl
Oh
Summer.
my
The minute
God.
she got on that chair, and I was
Yes.
screaming when they added the creaking effects to the chair when she got up there on that chair, and then when she got on stage, her legs needed some oil because she couldn't even spread them all the way. But that's a whole nother study for the day.
We
I'm sorry.
digress. Right.
Yes, we're gonna have to create our own, Deshaun. That's what it's coming down to. We are gonna have to create our own, and that's where hypervisibility comes in. You've got T.S. Madison. You've got Danielle Moody, who is a black queer woman who is under Donald Trump's niece network now, and his niece Mary Trump she can't stand him.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was one of the first to tell on him.
She's on
Yeah.
the Danielle Moody show. Y'all need to be supporting Black queer women, Black trans women, the dolls, us. You got Fairy Push, you got Hope Giselle, you got myself, you got T.S.
Mhm.
Madison.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
There's so many of us out here. Peppermint is
Mhm.
one.
Mhm. Mhm. Support the dolls. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, she's getting her karma. This K
Mhm.
Toots
Mhm.
been getting it. I mean, you've messed over so many females artists' careers.
Mhm.
Let's go down the list here. From Mariah Carey to Taylor Swift
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Remy Ma, who
But
warned. I posted that clip, and that clip got a lot of interest of
wow.
Remy Ma, the Wendy Williams show, saying exactly what she did to stop her bag.
Well, I was already chopped at. I like her music. I think she's extremely talented. But I was at Chop with Kim because I'm a Kim fan. I'm Kim fan all day. So once Kim was like, I was like, all right, Kim, all
You
right,
can't compete with the
because
queen. You can't
Kim is this
compete with Queen
Kim
Kim.
is the sweetest. Kim is the sweetest girl. And if she has an issue with you, there's an issue. You know what I mean?
She warned on the Breakfast Club during Charlemagne from my city of South Carolina. Again, we got to take that
Mm-hmm.
L. You got up there and you gaslit Lil Kim. When she was warning you, telling you,
Yeah.
you're going to see yourself about this girl. It ain't all peaches and cream and what it seems to be. You literally duplicated
Yeah.
yourself. You are a carbon copy of the original, and Lil Kim is the original. And you can't take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
feels threatened
Yeah.
and intimidated. There's a new young female rapper out here. I don't know her name, but as soon as she came out and she started making music, here comes Art
Mm-hmm.
Bar V, championing being Nicki's lapdog. But yeah,
Mm.
Nicki is MAGA, and so is Chili from TLC. That hurt me the most because y'all know that Fan Mail is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah. I don't even I don't know what to say about Chili. She kind of walked back on it and she retracted it a little bit. It was just like it was a weird, and then she kind of just let it go and it kind of died down and went underneath. I don't know what her spiel is. I don't know how she voted. I just hope she's getting what she voted for, and I'll leave it at that.
She voted for Ted Cruz. She donated to him as well too. Oh, Coon Dog Deshaun, don't get me started on him. The same one that put women on leashes. The same one that had a CRON movie. Go and look it up. It's out there. hmm The one who says y'all not going to perform for y'all favorite president. Hell no, we're not going to perform for
Okay.
that fat orange piece of shit. Why would we go perform for him? He's got Kid Rock. He's got Ted Nugent. So why would we go and perform for him? But Flow Rider, Vanilla Ice, y'all do anything for a check. Y'all when that America
Yeah.
250 celebration went on, y'all were one of the first ones
Yeah.
saying you don't do it. Y'all do anything for the money.
N- Nelly did it as well too, I believe, right?
Nelly, yep, Nelly. Oh, Bootsy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I already said what I said about Bootsy when Andre Hollins was here. Goody for you. I'm glad you're not getting your 600K back, Boots.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
while you worry about the trans at your pool party, worry about trying to get your 600K back. They said it was a dream. The White House came out and gave a statement and said it was a dream. How you
Ah.
feel now?
Mm.
And you from Louisiana, a disgrace. Torrance Hatch.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And
Mm.
Ice Cube
Mm.
is in
Mm.
Trump supported. That is correct. Roland Martin, I can remember sitting him down and having a conversation with him about this platinum plan. Remember Trump tried to come out with something called the platinum plan? And Roland
Yeah.
Martin
Mm-hmm.
gathered him
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Hey, this is the Reynolds aluminum foil plan." But again, like my girl said, Hope Giselle, I'll wait. Y'all know you can't argue with facts.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chef Scott, and I'm back. Now let's talk about Seraphim. Enough reading the Trump supporters.
Mm,
All right.
right.
Who remembers
Mhm.
Gavin Newsom? Okay, my thing about Gavin Newsom is this, and then we're gonna go and continue to talk about how we can put ourselves out there as LGBT creators.
Mhm.
My thing with Gavin Newsom is he refuses to have the conversation about racism and transphobia because they both fall on the scale of white supremacy.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we're not just going to glaze over that. When he was asked about racism on his podcast, what did he say? Ooh, that's a tricky one. No, it's not. They're rolling back
No, it's
rights for
not.
us black
No.
people in this country. They're purging black sergeants from the military. This alcoholic. And you got Judge Janine Pirro with her damn box wine. But it's not about racism, Gavin. Until you have a conversation about racism, that it is still here and it exists, because I'm probably going to hurt a lot of people's feelings when I say the next name of the person too, where he acts as if racism doesn't exist and refuses to have a conversation about it, and that is Bernie Sanders.
Well, Bernie Sanders was marching in the 60s and 70s, so I don't know
Y'all
how he would
glaze
even
right over
have.
it. Let's talk about it. It's right in front
Mm,
of your face what they're planning to do. And you've got
mhm,
that alien
mhm.
versus predator looking motherfucker, Stephen Miller, sitting up there reciting the same speech as Joseph S. Goebbels. They're telling
Mm.
you right then and there what their plan is. And you got the House Speaker, oh, Mike Johnson, I'm on your ass. We hadn't forgot about you and Grindr, baby.
Oh, oh, oh.
Let's
I,
talk
I
about the
hope that,
stats
but
at the
no.
Republicans' National Convention. I've got the stats. Shout outs to the ghosts of how many of y'all
Mm.
were at the Republican National Convention and how many of y'all's notifications were going off. I've got the stats. Mhm.
Oh, he didn't Grinder or Jack break down or something like that or
Oh, yeah, you
collapse?
sure Grinder? Yep.
Got oversaturated.
But y'all want to eliminate and eradicate the queer community. We're less than 1% of the population, and y'all are focused on us when y'all should be focused on the pedophile in chief. That's in the Epstein files. He
Hmm.
wants to glaze over that, and his new attorney general is making sure that he protects him and shields him from any sort of prosecution. For the next president who comes
Of
along
course,
that
yeah.
that decides to run and there's some sort of accountability, Todd Blanche is going to be right there to
Hmm.
make sure that he's not prosecuted or held accountable. People are old, so they go in a trance of mind, a religious psychosis. And again, do not let this president get y'all's ass whooped.
Okay,
Because a lot of y'all going out here
okay.
spitting on black people, getting in our comments, and y'all getting exposed. Shout outs to King John Ty.
Hmm.
Mhm. Y'all are losing y'all's jobs. Racism is expensive.
Hmm. It costs a whole lot of money to keep people from spending it. That sure is right.
And
That
as I
sure
stated
is
in this
right.
morning, this war is costing us too.
Hmm.
This war with
Hmm.
Iran that we didn't ask for, 68% of Americans did not ask for. You done went and got us in something.
It's probably even more than that. Yeah.
You hit a hornet's nest. $430 billion sent to Iran.
Hmm.
And guess what? They've got their
Hmm.
nuclear. We're running out of
Yeah.
munition.
Yeah.
Didn't Aaron
Yeah.
Parnas from Midas Touch report yesterday that we're running out of munition? So y'all do the math of what y'all think is going to happen next once the U.S. military runs out of munition. We don't got it.
Well, they're saying it's in that area. The United States will never run out of ammunition. So we'll never run out of bombs. It will never. It's in that area. They don't want to spend. That's why he needs that money in order to have some more made and also to move some as well. Because it's not all stored in that area. But yeah, it's
Oh no, he's not leaving, Deshaun.
one
Why do you
one
think
point
he wants
five.
this?
One.
Why do you think he wants this ballroom, y'all? Put the connect the dots. Why
Mm-hmm,
do y'all think he wants this grand, lavish ballroom
mm-hmm,
in the White House?
mm-hmm,
Y'all know authoritarian leaders don't just lead peacefully. They build themselves a place. Hitler had one, Mussolini had one, Putin has one, Gaddafi had one. And what do you think Donald Trump is
And
going to do with that $400 million ballroom?
Trump has Mar-a-Lago.
The bunker bitch. That's his new name. It should be the bunker bitch because you're going to build the bunker underneath. You got Candace Owens, you got Brandon Tatum, you have Xavier, you have Rob Smith and Amir Odom. Oh, they're listen. It's a quote from Malcolm X that talks about the house Negro. I think they need to go ahead and look that quote up because that pertains to them perfectly. Not all skin folk, damn sure ain't kinfolk. And we know exactly what Harriet would do if she ran into people like an officer, Darren Tatum, or whatever the hell his name is, sitting up here interviewing with Nolan Wells' supposed friend. Let's be clear, that ain't that boy's friend.
No,
Let me
that's
not
not that
sound
boy.
like them. That is not that gentleman's friend.
Yeah,
And y'all scrubbed y'all social
yeah.
media as soon as the body was found. It's very telling to
Mhm,
me.
mhm, mhm,
The normal gays, you mean like lesbian, gay, you want to eliminate the T and the QIA plus. That means my existence, Amir. But guess what? When that 14th Amendment is gone, guess what, bitch? That means your marriage to your
mhm,
little white partner. Interracial
mhm,
marriage is in the 14th Amendment,
mhm,
not just
mhm,
marriage equality. That means you, Amir. So you continue to keep shucking and jiving for PragerU. Let's see how far
mhm.
you get.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he did. He
They got what they
misgendered
voted
trans
for.
women
They
too,
voted
Sean.
for it. They got it. They got it. So they voted for. They vote for what they got. So we'll just run out the clock. Run out the clock and do the best that you can, um, and vote
November
and
3rd,
create.
because this fool
Mhm.
is planning on, I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen. It's gonna be some shit. November 3rd. Why do y'all think he eliminated the 3 federal election commissioners? These are the people who are supposed to oversee where campaign funds are supposed to go. He fired all 3 of them.
Mm.
What do y'all think he's gonna do next? He's gonna put 3 people that are loyal to him. The same way he gave Tina Peters, the election denier, a pardon, he pardoned her. He
Mm.
pardoned 1,600 insurrectionists at the beginning of his term. So what do y'all think? Who do y'all think he's going to put there? Why do y'all think he's talking about touting the idea of placing ICE agents at the polls? ICE can now go out here, take your life, and there is no repercussions at all or accountability.
Mhm.
Find the lie in what I just said. Renee
It's
Nicole
been
Good,
happening.
Alex Peretti, Kenneth Porter, Keith Porter, excuse me.
It's been. It's in broad daylight. In broad daylight.
Another connection here. Donald Trump fired 2 people in the Supreme Court. Oh, he's already touted the idea, and I've told y'all that when Coach D Speaks was here, putting Ted Cruz on the Supreme Court. And what did this man do when Donald Trump called his wife ugly? Not a damn thing, because y'all scared as hell of this orange, fat, deep dish piece of shit
Yeah.
motherfucker in the White House.
Yeah. They're not scared of him. They're scared of the tribalism of it, and they're gonna get kicked out the tribe.
Trumpism.
And
That because
yeah.
remember House
Yeah.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi's
Mhm.
husband, Paul Pelosi, was attacked by one of his delusional ass supporters. They sent pizzas
Yeah.
to 2 Bush-appointed judges' house as a way to say, "I know where you are." They're placing surveillance cameras on the stop. What is it like the stoplights? People going out there knocking them
Mhm.
lights down. Ted Cruz don't know nothing about the Supreme Court. He's a bitch just like the orange bitch in the White House.
Mm. It's adding people that interference they don't know nothing
They're
about.
terrified of November 3rd, as Mark stated.
Oh yeah. I mean, Deshaun is basically saying they're just putting in their friends. It's okay. Yeah,
It's,
that's what's
it's,
happening.
it's imperialism. It's
Yeah,
imperialism.
it's you know.
They took a picture of my mother's car and she had to pay $60 or $80, I think. My God, are you talking? Yes, he does. He loves the poorly educated, Deshaun. That's what he said. He loves the poorly educated. These people do not pick up a book and read, but I can tell you what they saw and why they did not vote for Kamala. As I stated this morning, they saw a uterus and titties,
And black
and they
skin.
saw black. They saw
It's the
melanin.
combination.
A
It's the
black woman.
combination.
A black woman.
It's
Oh
the
hell no, we
combination.
not voting for no black woman. We gonna vote for the 34-time convicted felon that wears orange makeup, that shits his diapers, that can't even pronounce the other fucking name, the Tylenol. Find the lie.
Yeah.
And as my girl Hope Giselle said, I'll wait. Let me take a sip of my Sprite. Now, Mark, you go.
Yeah. You say what needs to be said. Anything anybody says has to hear what I have to say is in the movie and on my album. But you are basically saying all the things that are true and calling out and pulling out all the cars. I mean, folks know this. It's, like I said, I think the idea that it's going to stop with him and it's not. He's going to railroad it. He doesn't have anything to lose. You know, he's almost 90 years old, and he only has 2 more years on the clock. You know what I'm saying? So they can't get him for anything that's during his presidency. So we can cough that up. The Supreme Court already said that's a chop. But the things that are surrounding and on the sides of it and juxtaposed around it, we can actually find something to do with that later on. But I mean, he's going to be old. We're going to send a 90-year-old man to jail. Yeah, that man. I believe that at the end of the day, he's going to continue to live peacefully in all his delusion and die peacefully in his sleep one day. It's not everybody think it's going to be some crazy karma that comes on him. That befalls his legacy. Um, he's going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine. That man's not going to jail. That man's going to live out the rest of his days just fine, eating McDonald's and sipping Coca Colas. And everybody's just going to have to be mad about it because if it hasn't happened,
Oh
he's been
yeah, put in
so
that cholesterol.
awful.
Put a little bit
He's been,
more cholesterol
that
in that McDonald's so we
yeah,
can get the result that we want.
yeah.
We waiting on it.
I
And
mean,
as
and I
Deshaun
don't.
said, I'm
And the
talking
thing is,
my hourglass.
yeah. Yeah, I don't wish anyone to die. I think it doesn't take the sickest or the oldest to die, but I'm saying he's already 90 years old. He's already lived out. It's the point of the revenge came 20 years ago. Like, if he has some time on it, he's right here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, relatively speaking. So, um, he doesn't care, guys, and we're trying to beat our fist and he doesn't care. We have to focus on us. We have to focus on what's going to be after he's gone, right? Because all the stuff it's just gonna continue. It's going to continue. Vote in November, November 26th, and vote in 2028. Support projects like Seraphim. Support projects like Style by Stevie. You know what I'm saying? Support our trans brothers and sisters. Support the whole LGBTQ, right? Um, and support what means something to you in your heart, and also have empathy for others. That's very, very, very important. I think that's one thing that's missing from a lot of our uh, old rich white men. That the empathy part is severely laxing in their narcissism. You know, so that's my point. And give somebody else a shot. They got to move out the way. Got to make some changes, but the changes are not going to
It's time.
happen until 2026 and 2028. They're not happening right now.
It is time,
Yeah.
not to cut Mark off, but it's time to
No,
give
go ahead, please.
somebody younger, the next generation, a chance.
Mm-hmm,
Old white
mm-hmm,
men has been ruling this country for 250 years. And as Deshaun stated
mm-hmm.
in the comments, do y'all know who the president is in Mexico? A woman.
A
Y'all are
woman,
not
yeah.
ready for a woman to lead this country. Who was it? I
Mm-hmm.
think it was one of my viewers. They said, Miss Stevie, would you run? Oh, hell no. Y'all ain't ready for a black trans woman to run this country. So don't even look my
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all not ready for that.
yeah.
That's a
They
bridge too
they would
far.
lose their
Until
mind.
we
That's too far. Yeah, they. Uh,
progress, maybe, but no,
nevertheless, just a gay man. Like that's not happening either.
no. Y'all
Sorry,
not
Pete
ready for that.
Buttigieg. Sorry.
Y'all asked
Yeah,
Michelle Obama, and Michelle Obama gave y'all the same response I'm giving y'all. Y'all are not ready for that. Y'all are not
no,
ready for
not
that.
even close.
You did it with Kamala.
Not
You
even
did it to
close.
Stacey Abrams. You did it to Jasmine Crockett. Any black woman who ever had a shot of running for president or any branch of government, you never gave her the chance. Shirley Chisholm never
Shirley
got that
Chisholm,
chance. You know
all of them
what?
never
She
got the
ran.
chance. Yeah,
She ran. She said, I'm going to do it
and
anyway.
and and she could have. She was right there. That was Los Angeles. That was California, right? I
Yeah.
think that was California. Was that California? Yeah, and they they chose the Peni over it, as she was the most qualified. They chose someone else. So here we are. Here we are. We are in a very racist world, but misogyny is just as thorough, and anti-feminism is just as heavy. It's yeah, yeah.
Exactly. The next generation. And that's why we have to continue to keep building that legacy for the next generation, Deshaun. And they have old ways, old thinking values. I told y'all what happened when I ran into one of my classmates, not classmate, but my teacher's mother-in-law, and how she
Mhm,
reacted to seeing me for the first time, the new me versus seeing me
mhm.
before. But she
Yeah, you know, I
just she
understand. I understand.
yeah, holding her meat in the store, holding her cube steak, and didn't even reach back out because, see, I gave her a hug. I'm reaching over doing the work. I'm like, wait, what did I do? I walked away like, what did I do in the back of my mind? See, these are the type of things that queer people have to experience, especially in this world, in this climate
Mhm,
where we're at. I said,
mhm, mhm,
now I see what T.S.
mhm.
Madison is saying when she says she matches energy. And I'm a Scorpio, and I haven't tapped into my petty side in a while, but she's back.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You do. I think it's I would say it's different when you say match energy because, like, oh, if somebody's barking in your face and you don't feel like it, you don't have to match the energy. You can walk away and stick your middle finger and walk away. It's whether it's worth it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's about finding the finding the value in your own energy and what you want to do in that moment, and not letting anyone give you a cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking through, do I want to whoop this person's ass? No,
But I'm not gonna
no,
fight
not
him.
today
I'm just
because
gonna be like, I see
you
you.
know I'm speaking figure. I'm speaking. I'm speaking figure at the that's the mass
Yes,
of it, right?
that church
But yeah,
smile. My
it's
mama would give him a church smile. She'd be like,
yeah.
I got your ass.
God
Leave me
bless
alone.
you. Yes, God bless you. And you
What do I
walk
think
right on
about
around.
Charlie Kirk's? What do I think about the racist podcaster's wife, Erica Kirk? I think Drewski did a beautiful impersonation. Chef's kiss. And it was very accurate, and
What
she
I
was
think
right.
what I think about CK's wife um, is that she's just as indoctrinated as he is and as he was.
White women, and I'm gonna say
White
this
women
about white.
vote. They align with their white men 75% of the time. That's statistically speaking. So
And
typically,
it's
for white men as a
dangerous.
Republican are voting, they typically 75% of the time their partners vote along with them. Um, she's in a space of telling young girls telling young girls to have kids
And
even when they
white
can't
men,
afford
don't let
them.
them take your voice from you. Don't let them
Yeah,
disenfranchise. You got the theatrics, the fireworks as you come out. It was so
it's
accurate what Drewski did.
crazy.
That is exactly how
Yeah,
white conservative women think. And we've got one down here that's talking about she's going to run by the name of Nancy Mace. Nancy, what makes you think that these men, if they're not willing to give black people and mainly black women a chance, what makes you think that they're going to rally behind you? See, white women, as
right.
Mark stated, vote the same way that their husbands vote. And it's not by
Yeah, at least
force,
six
it's
times
by
out of
design,
four.
it's
It's
nature.
by design. Yeah. hmm It's by design. Yeah. That's also the reason why they want one household votes and they don't want women's voting to count. They don't want them to think differently. They want you to have kids younger so that it lessens your chance for you in your career and in your education. All the things to kind of diminish you back into, I guess, their best time, 1950, right? That was the highlight, right? And before that, it was antebellum, right? So we continue to speak on it, continue to educate, continue to check people right at the door. Um, Continue to understand that facts, statistics, historical reference, science still has value. I sound like Dr. Degrassi Tyson right now. Science absolutely still has value. Um, and if you notice, when you see a lot of the debates that come on Instagram, people go back and forth. Whenever it's a conservative person against a progressive person, the conservative person never uses true stats, never uses true science.
They
It's always
use Trump
diverts to something
status. That's what they use. Oh,
about
Trump
how
said
they
he was going
feel.
to lower gas prices. He said he
Yeah,
was going to end the war. He was going to be a no
yeah, no,
more wars president, forcing them to
yeah,
have
no, no,
children when they
yeah.
do not want to. Exactly. They want more teen pregnancies, Deshaun. That's what they want. Don't forget that they overturned Roe versus Wade. And
That's
we
also the
are
point of
now in a day
overturning
and
Roe
age
versus Wade. You're
where
correct.
it's a crime if you are a woman to have a miscarriage in this church country. And I told y'all about Amari Marsh from South Carolina. She was facing up to
Oh,
20 years for miscarrying, and she's only a college student who was in her mid
for
20s and
miscarrying
facing up to
or
20,
for
yes, for miscarrying. They were going to charge her with child abuse. And I'm like, wait,
for mis
what? But let's not forget that we're
for
in the
mis
red state.
for question for miscarrying or for
They're
abortion?
locking women up, they're jailing women for miscarrying.
For for miscarrying. That is, wow, I never heard, but that's crazy. Yeah.
They're considering that
Mm-mm.
as the M word. I can't say the M word here on YouTube, but y'all know that ends with the R. They're
Okay.
considering it as that. Conservatives. They basically stripped women of their bodily autonomy. So that's what
Yeah.
we're, yes,
Yeah. I
more
mean, that's the
arresting
point.
women.
That's the point.
This is
I mean,
dystopian.
statistically,
This is insane. Like this is out of the
no,
handmaid's tale.
Stevie, it's not. It's not. Let's walk it through. Let's walk through. And I'm not clearly I don't agree with it, but let's walk it through. I always try to think of things in multiple ways. They're in a position of, and these are facts. I'm not saying anything crazy. "Quote unquote," sperm count is going down. People having children,
Oh, don't forget
that is
our
also going
Jim
down.
said that. He said, oh, the
There,
black men need to
there,
produce more.
yeah, yeah. The population is slowing in growth. White American population is slowing in growth as well as it is in Great Britain as well. So you have all around the globe these pockets where whiteness is the population growth of whiteness is dwindling.
They
Africa is
are
going to
afraid
be Africa
of
is
a white
booming.
only
Africa is
minority.
booming. Yeah, Africa is booming. China ain't never had a problem, right? You know what I'm saying? India has never had a problem. So you have all of these cultures, and I think it's being counted. It's like, oh shit, in 25 years, we're really going to be. I know you already were because you were white and everybody else is quote unquote colored, but in regards to just the power structure, especially here in the United States, um, that's scary for them. It's shit has hit the fan. We're not producing. You have all these people trying to get rights and get what we got. We don't want that. Our women want careers and their own stuff in their own house, and they're not putting up with our shit anymore. Cause right. So it's all of these things that have come into project. It's only Project 2025, right? We've already seen what's happening. If you just reverse engineer what's in Project 2025, you'll be able to figure out exactly what it is, and it is a numbers game, which is why they're also stopping want people to be stopped from voting. The power dynamic changes when it comes to when you count beans, and that is very, very important to them. So that's why, once again, I'm going to always try to come back to the positive of it. Vote. Don't let them say that voting doesn't matter. Create your art, literature, music. That is what lasts. It lasts even when there's nothing physical. It's because it's in here. The first thing they're doing is they're attacking our libraries, they're attacking our books, they're attacking our schools,
Yes.
right? They want to indoctrinate it from the beginning. So make that literature. When you talk about art, Okay, my friend George M. Johnson, they had his book banned, right? It starts with those little things that chip away at what records history, right? And truly reflects history. Nina Simone, it's every artist's duty to reflect the times, right? They don't want us to do that. So please vote, create, make a record that you were here. Make a not a record as in singing stuff, but make your record of you being here. Make your remembrance of your voice in the collective of being here. That is what's important. They can never take that away.
And make sure if you're going to vote, check your voter registration because remember what they pulled,
Yes,
the shit they pulled back in 2024. They purged voters
yeah,
off of the rolls. Check your voter
yeah,
registration. Go to
yeah.
iwillvote.com or .org and check your voter registration where you're at because what they're doing right now is they are purging voters off of the rolls.
Mm,
We know
mm,
exactly why they're doing
mm,
what they're doing. Why do you think he
mm,
sent
mm,
um, FBI
mm.
agents and spies to Georgia, where he lost in
Oh yeah,
2020?
to grab them up, baby.
Find me 11,000 votes. Remember, he phoned in and fought and called Brad
Yes,
Raffensperger and said,
yes,
"Find me
yes.
11,700 votes."
Which is absolutely unconstitutional because voting is in the rights of states. They're the ones who get the final say on the counts. So I don't understand how you're just able to just go into a state government office and just grab up votes. It behooves me, but here we are. who who knew that all this shit was held together just by respectabilities? Nobody. So you can actually be a king and do what the hell you want all this time. So what,
I think the real reason they also want to unalive people from ICE is because they want to lower the Democratic vote as well. That could be a reason, but we know exactly why because people are pushing back. And what they're doing is called quelling dissent. When you have voices that are rising up, as Mark just stated, that are pushing back against authoritarianism and fascism, what they're doing is
Mhm,
silencing your voice, and you never let them take your
mhm,
voice from you. That's why I haven't stopped
ever.
doing what I'm. And whenever someone
Mhm.
slides, asks me anything political in any of my interviews and conversation, I try to slide it in. But I know most of my guests just like I don't want to deal with it because it's exhausting, and I respect their wishes. But in this one, we can't
Oh no,
just shy away
I
from it.
could talk about this. I could talk about this all day. Yeah, I could talk about
And
this all day.
Jennifer Lewis even
This
just
I
got on
mean,
T.S. Madison's
yeah.
podcast and said it as well too. Don't let them sit there. Don't just sit there and be complacent because complacency is silence.
Mhm. Mhm.
You already used Donald
And
Trump used
silence
that
is
attack.
complacency.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're footing the bill for that, Deshaun. That $430 million jet plane from the Qatar that he said that would go to his presidential library, knowing good and goddamn well this motherfucker didn't read no book. He wrote a book called what is
Mhm.
it? Art of the Deal, is it, Deshaun? He didn't even write that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now
Mhm.
name a lie. That jet
Mhm.
plane is going to his presidential library, knowing damn well this motherfucker
Yeah,
has
no,
never
yeah.
read a book.
Mhm.
But we can tell you the
Mhm.
book that he's in. The book is called The Epstein Files, and we would love to see the rest of those, Todd Blank.
What is it? 13,000 times or something
Mhm.
crazy. It's something crazy. I didn't even speak to my best friends that much. What's going on? Oh man, but we are here, CD. Like we are in it's cuckoo land, and I know earlier I was like, no, it completely makes sense in regards to their agenda. If you are in a position where you could potentially be up against the ropes and you see it. I mean, they started this plan 25 almost 50 years ago. You know, probably, probably 2025 and figuring it out. So um, eh, we're here and we have to deal with it. I am what I will say is I'm happy about the grubs being pulled up from underneath the ground, right? It's like we thought the turf was all green and everything was posh and got flowers and stuff growing up with brushes, not realizing that the entire soil, the roots of the soil, is nothing but grubs and termites. But I'm glad that we're able to see sort of the pockets of where it's at, so that we can do something about it. You know, I always look back at we were talking about voting earlier about white women voting with their partners. Was it 75% of voting white men in America voted for Donald Trump, or 75% of the people who voted, 75%
77
of white,
million
so,
overwhelmingly white
so that,
people
yeah,
voted for Donald Trump,
yeah, but I'm talking about
and white
I'm
women
talking
are
about in
included
regards to
in that.
their men. Yeah, I'm talking about in regards to their men, right? So that means 1 out of 4, no, 3 out of 4 white men voted for Donald Trump. Who voted for Donald Trump? That's insane. So every time I walk out my door and I see 4 white men, that means 3 of you voted for this bullshit. That should tell you a lot. Follow the numbers. Follow the numbers.
Oh,
I,
trust me,
I
bro,
like.
because they love to say that too, Mark. They love to say, trust me, bro, just trust me. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-mm.
You got to give him a
No,
little bit
follow
of
the
time.
numbers.
No, what he's doing is what the Candy said to Nene at that reunion. What you said was some bullshit because he ain't making nothing
Mm-hmm.
better in this country. Gas, I done
Mm-hmm.
showed y'all the price of gas is here on my channel down here in little old Bam, South Carolina, where the
Everything is
prejudice
worse.
and
Everything is
racism
worse.
runs. When is it great for us? It's great to you in your eyes, but no, everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
saying how expensive it is. As Deshaun just said, they're taking away PrEP, chemo. Yes, they've cut cancer research
Yeah.
funding. Thanks to
Yeah.
Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
USDA
Mm-hmm.
is gone. USAID is gone.
Mm-hmm.
FEMA is gone. The
Mm-hmm.
National Weather Service gone. So if you have a house fire
Mm-hmm.
like I just experienced, you're ass out up the creek without a paddle. But I thank the Lord that I was able to get my own home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Gas prices won't go down until 2032. They won't go down until $2. And now he's got his own gas station
Everything
called Freedom Fuel.
everything is in a bad place except if you're rich. If you're wealthy, you're fine. Your 401ks are going up through the roof. All of that stuff is perfect. They got tax cuts are great. Real estate this, real estate that. If you're rich, you're wealthy, you're fine. If you are an average middle class American and quote unquote below, you're really having a difficult time. Was it 60%, 69% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? It's something crazy, some crazy number. So, and please fact check these things. I'm talking, but I'm just talking off the top of my head right now. But they are completely out of touch. When you ask him, do you think about the American people? He's like, nah, I'm going to Mar-a-Lago. You know what I mean? And worried about, I'm going to the war and worried about Mar-a-Lago. Like they're not worried or concerned about anything else except richness, whiteness, and maleness, and the selfishness of that entails. And I'm not saying all rich white men. I'm just saying the ones that are imbibing on this moment.
He did. He did fire people, Deshaun, from that were doing the research. Remember this measles outbreak? Measles is back. Ebola is back.
Oh yeah, it's
This
back. Yeah.
explosive diarrhea bug that people are having that's sending them to the ER.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat lettuce, y'all. Don't eat the vegetables because they're not healthy for you. And they're
Mm-hmm.
spraying it with this forever chemical. No, we're not making that shit up. Your food's unsafe to eat. Now we kind of be on pins and needles like what can we eat? What can we not eat? And oh, don't get me started on the
Yeah.
couch fucker, the ones that wears eyeliner as well, JD Vance, the one that wrote the book about hillbillyology.
Oh, JD, I feel so sad. I feel sorry for him sometimes because it's like you just want to be on the winning team. Like you just want to be on the winning team. I wish he had the gravitas that he could have, but he just does not. He just wants to be hot. He just, oh, I'm gonna go over here. No balls. There's no balls. There's no kahunas. There's no kahunas. Oh well. Oh well. And I hope he runs. I hope he runs so he can get his ass whooped.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna vote for him. The MAGA can't stand
Yeah.
his ass. And you got
Stand
a
him.
brown
But
wife too, Usha Vance. You
I
got
hope he
a
runs.
Hispanic or Indian woman. Oh, they listen.
Hmm.
What's his name? That was out here talking all of this shit about black people. Vivek Ramaswamy. Ann Coulter
Hmm.
reminded you real quick. She said, "Oh, I didn't vote for you because you're an Indian." So what you think they're gonna do with you, Grady Vance? Go and look it up. Ann Coulter and Vivek Ramaswamy. The one who was originally in that was supposed to do Doge with Elon Musk. Keep in mind that
Right.
Elon Musk is also a trillionaire, by the way, Deshaun.
Yes. Yeah. Of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Elon Musk let him go. He's no longer affiliated with Doge, Department of Government
And
Efficiency, a government where he managed to
Elon's,
comb through everyone's finances
yeah.
and get people's
Mm-hmm.
personal data and information. And the Supreme Court allowed this bullshit to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same way they gutted
And
Section
Elon
2 of
was
the Voting
speaking
Rights
to.
Act. But go on, Mark, you were saying?
Mm-hmm. I was just saying, Elon was speaking that he was. I saw this interview on the Insider, just now, just today, and the interviewer, I can't think of her name right now. She was asking him, you know, you're a racist because da 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 da. He was like, no, I don't think I'm a racist because he's married to a half Indian woman, and then therefore he has Indian children, etc. And my thought though is the caste system that's in India is just as racist as the caste system that's in South Africa. Like, so, so it really didn't make like that didn't help you. You know, Indian society is just as problematic, if not more, particularly because they do it based on color and how much money you got as well, right? It's whitening just like it is in South America, right? In Argentina, it's the whitening. We built the caste system, CASTE, by the way, folks at home, the caste system, so that you have this much amount of rights and privilege based on either the color of your skin or how much money you have or who you're born to, this other, just as the way they do black people in the United States. So I just when you said that earlier, when you talk about the wife, it just made me laugh because I was like, saying that you're married to a half Indian woman doesn't make it any better. They come from the same imperialistic bullshit.
You mean Ghislaine Maxwell, Deshaun? She's the co-conspirator to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, Trump was about to pardon her. And Pam
Oh
Bondi,
yeah, it's Ghislaine Maxwell, yeah. No, well, I
what,
mean,
what
she's in Club Fed right now, right? She's chilling. Ghislaine Maxwell, she's got, she's getting brunch on Sunday, able to walk outside, make phone calls, whatever she wants to. She ain't in jail. She's at Club Fed.
so that's who you're talking about, Deshaun. And Pam Bondi. Oh, Pam Bondi did the same thing Todd Blanche
Yeah.
couldn't do. She couldn't even look the Epstein survivors in their eyes. I'm looking at Mark right
Yeah.
now. It's the same way she should have
Yeah.
been with those survivors. But she didn't do that. Christy
Yeah.
Nome, don't get me started on her husband.
I don't want to go there. Yes, I know. I know. You see how quickly they deaded her? You see how quickly that chop was so fast. She ain't stepped foot in DC since. Okay.
And it's mostly all white women that are being fired from this regime,
Correct.
excuse me. It's not an administration.
Correct.
New York Times and y'all stop
Correct.
calling this administration. This is a regime, and they are operating the same way
Correct.
Adolf Hitler and Mussolini, who was the first
Mm-hmm.
fascist, operated. That's
Mm-hmm.
how they're operating.
Mm-hmm.
Purging people who are not loyal to them from the militaries and out of positions of power, whether it may be in the courts, wherever. These judges that are
Mm-hmm.
pushing back are receiving threats from his supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump has
Mm-hmm.
had them so, as Deshaun said earlier in the comments, so deeply indoctrinated to believe this man can
Mm-hmm.
piss on them and they will think that it's raining gold and that their lives will be better. That's what Donald Trump will
Mm-hmm.
do. This is the same as Jim Jones. Y'all know how the Jones Tower went down. And Donald Trump is
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
He can tell them something
Mm-hmm.
and they will believe that shit. And what happened January 6th that he had these people believing
Oh
this?
yeah.
He put
Mm-hmm.
out the lie that the
Mm-hmm.
election was stolen. Oh, it was stolen. No, it was a free and fair election.
Mm-hmm.
Living in,
Mm-hmm.
yet
He
they
still got
can't do
money
that,
for it.
Sean. In the Republican Party, it has to be, I got to put on a facade. And that's what happened with I'm probably gonna get some flack for this because I said it. Down here in my city of South Carolina, Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham couldn't be who he
Uh,
authentically. He couldn't
child.
because the Republican Party made it so it's
Yeah.
got to be straight, white, male. Of course, you gonna get a grip. You're gonna be rich, but you can be anything else, but you can't be gay. You can't be authentic. You gotta hide that shit. And Ladybug Lindsey Graham spent his
Yeah.
years running
Yeah.
from that
Nah.
question. When someone asked him, and TMZ put the video out there, Lindsey, when are you gonna come out of the closet?
There is nothing more terrifying than an in the closet homosexual
And a white
in
gay. What did
power.
T.S. Madison tell y'all about
It
them damn
is
white gays?
nothing. There is nothing more terrifying than an in the closet homosexual with power.
Oh
It's
yeah, Peter
they will
Thiel
make
fled
you
the
pay as
country
he
with
did.
his husband.
Mm-hmm.
These white gays, they're
Yeah.
dangerous too because they will choose their whiteness
Yeah.
before they choose the betterment for the overall humanity. So
You
yes, Peter
you
Thiel,
you
the
damn
one he
right.
played with Palantir. Palantir is a surveillance company, and they were
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be watching and monitoring
Yeah.
everything that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. They're involved in everybody. They own everything. Mm-hmm.
He fled the country, Peter Thiel, but he's still
Mm,
connected to Donald Trump. You
mm,
better believe it.
mm,
It's
mm,
about
mm, mm.
power and privilege. And if you're not a part of the
Yeah.
haves, then what would that make you? That would make us the have nots because we're not making the
Mm-hmm.
millions and billions of dollars that they're making. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, who got offended when people are saying tax the rich, by the way. And why you got Andy, what's his name? Randy Fine, what is Andy Ogles? Andy Ogles, who made the comments about deporting
Mm-hmm.
Zoran Mamdani.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's so many names. I know who you talk about when you give this situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's Randy Fine, one of the two, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, who made the comment saying about deporting Zoran. I think you might need to go and check on your cholesterol first before you start worrying about deporting somebody. You're not the best of shape, my love. And you're so fixated on Zoran and what he's doing with New York. When people say tax the rich because they fear socialism, socialism is rising because it's the people. The government should work for the people, not the government working for a fat orange turd that is sitting in the White House occupying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, barking orders at people.
Mm-hmm. Well, socialism is a part of our culture. It's not. We're not just a capitalistic society. I mean, if you're looking at even the way we do voting, it's has a socialist affirmative action push to it because with the Senate you have two per state, right? Like right, you have all these the House who does all this voting and we get to vote and blah blah blah, but it still comes down to these two people that make our votes for us, right? Electoral college. That's what I meant to talk about. Electoral college. So that is a
Been there since
socialist
slavery. And y'all
function.
gave
Yeah,
Jamel
that's a
Hill
socialist
some
function.
backlash for what
Mm-hmm.
she said. She
Mm-hmm.
called it out on CNN. The
Mm-hmm.
Electoral College has been there since slavery. 400 years of
Yeah.
our people, black people, in chattel slavery. And y'all want to
Mm-hmm.
eliminate and whitewash it, as Mark said in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, which is why Donald Trump is attacking the Smithsonian Museum or of African American
Mm-hmm.
arts. They're wanting to scrub it and put
Mm-hmm.
their version of history there. That means
Mm-hmm.
celebrating Christopher Columbus. That means celebrating people like General Robert E. Lee. The Confederacy. The Confederacy should have been
Yeah.
punished decades ago, but it's remodeled
Yeah.
in an
But
image,
they
and they're
yeah.
wearing
Mm-hmm.
red hats that say what?
Mm-hmm.
Make
Mm-hmm.
America great again. Drop that G and put a W in the place and say, make America white again, because that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all fear only a
Mm-hmm.
white minority, which is why y'all are so hell bent on women
Mm-hmm.
wanting, having more children. Elon Musk, you have a sick
Mm-hmm.
obsession with that. You get on
Yeah.
X and you post about more women having children. You want teen pregnancies. Donald Trump just recently bragged about that at one of his
Mm.
rallies.
Mm.
It's not just the
How many
King
kids does
James effect.
Elon?
It is
Elon has like 14 kids, right? He has like
oh
14
yeah.
kids, something like that.
And guess what? One of
Yeah.
his daughters is one of the dolls.
Yeah, I know she's
And
T-girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he disowned her as well, I believe. That's the story I've heard.
yep, disowned her.
It's a mess. A
This is the
mess.
King James
A
effect, not
mess.
just the King James effect, Deshaun. It is manifest destiny. It is the 16th Mountain
Mm,
Mandate. It is Project 2025,
mm,
the Heritage Foundation that he disavowed, that he didn't know anything about. And then the TikTok videos
mm.
circulated. Your ass was sitting right there in front of a sign speaking at the Heritage Foundation how much you love them. And now you've got, what is it,
Yeah.
John Roberts sitting up here bragging about the policies that have been implemented in place, stripping away our rights as black people. Keep in mind the Supreme Court just stripped away temporary protection status from Haitian Americans.
Mm.
And again,
Yes, they
as my
did. They
girl Hope
did.
Giselle would
Yeah,
say,
yeah, they did.
I wait.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They did. They did. Um, Most of those pullbacks or rollbacks only are affecting black and brown countries and black and brown people. Uh, None of the white countries have had decrease in their enrollment into the United States. Like, it's crazy.
But
It's
they'll
crazy.
allow
The
white
fact
South
that
Africans to come over here in the
that's
country.
what I'm saying. I was trying to say it nice. I was trying to say it nicely, but yeah, yes,
But the black refugees, who are the
yeah,
real refugees, can't come in this
yeah,
country.
yeah, yeah. And those white folks are not getting killed in South Africa. Do you know how crazy? Do you know the world would be ablaze if white people were getting killed anywhere? They're not getting killed up in South Africa. Black people, we're not even like that. We're not even on that. We're really not. So,
But we can
and
tell
what
you who is
and
losing their
where have we
lives in
ever
South
been?
Africa and having land
Mm,
stolen from them, our people, our ancestors.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Africa's complicated to begin with. Africa, in itself, it holds so much potential, but yet still holds a lot of hate for us as well.
Yes,
Like
queer people.
it loves our blackness. It loves our blackness, and now it's beginning to love our Black Americanness of us, and because those shields, those sort of tarps are being pulled down in regards to social media, so we can get to see each other more. But one thing that they have not gotten better on is the colonialistic, imperialistic view of
Oh yeah.
homosexuality. Like they got to get rid. The they will continue to be bound and bind until they do what's right by their people, just as this country. You will continue to be bound and bind until you do what's right. You cannot kill people for who they sleep with and for who they love. That's that's the complete antithesis of what we're supposed to be doing. So Ghana needs to get its shit together and quick. And Nigeria. Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa are the three that are like they're the strength. They're trying to pull everything together, but until they get that done, they don't have my vote. They don't have my vote. So, and I would love to go to Ghana. I would love to go to Ghana, but I'm not going over there because I'm not gonna not be myself. You know what I mean?
And we have been programmed as queer people in this country to hide who we are authentically. And we're
Correct.
not doing it.
Done
The
that too
days of
much.
the closet
Not
are over.
over, over. Ain't doing that no more. So such a prison, such a prison. And you know who else I pray for in regards to being released from that prison is our straight man. Just because straightness and homosexuality are two different things. You know what I mean? Straightness is performative. You know, homosexuality is who you are. You know, nobody can turn you homosexual. You know, it's not going to happen. Straightness is how we perform. You know, I always say, I wish my straight brothers free. You got everything. Oh, you can't eat a lollipop. You can't eat a banana. You can't lick an ice cream without somebody saying
You
pause.
can't
You know,
even wash the crack of your
you wash your
ass.
booty hole. You can't wash your booty hole because how does that? Yeah, yeah. It's bananas, and I pray for their freedom. I pray for their freedom because it would alleviate a lot of how they treat us, right? The LGBTQIs, right? And it would also change up how they treat their straight women. You know, they have to get to that freedom and that and being who they are. And I wish straight women would allow them to be free as well, because straight women are just as harsh when
Yes.
straight men misperform out of normalcy, right? So that's something they got to work on. More power to them. We're where we want to be, and I pray that they get there. Mhm.
Authenticity. And with that being said, we have a lot of work to do within our community and our
Mhm.
collective. And it's not queer people because we are less than 1% of the population. Keep that in mind. We
Mhm.
are living and breathing and being our true selves. And it is a problem for some people in the world to the point where y'all want to eradicate our existence. Like, what did we do?
Mhm. Look, do me a favor. Look that stat up again. I think we're more than that. I think queer people in regards to the LGBTQ diaspora, I think we make up almost approximately 10%. The trans part of the LGBTQ is probably like
This
1%.
one,
Look up that stat.
this
I think that's what it is. Yeah, the T is the 1%, but the collective is approximately 10%. I think, and if you are beneath the age of 25, you identify with the LGBTQ even on a higher scale. Yeah.
and so what was talking about what Deshaun said in the comments about the normal gays. Well, you want to eradicate the rest of the community, the QIA plus community, TQIA plus. We're not doing that. Trans people, we are here to stay. Intersex people, pan people, asexual, gender non-conforming, they will be here. Amir, come
Yeah.
and have a conversation with me or T.S. Madison.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you go on Blair
And I get
White's
to know
platform.
people.
You'll go on Blair White's platform. A white trans woman. I can't relate to a white trans woman because y'all see my skin over here.
Mm.
What did T.S. Madison say? Bitch, I'm black. I'm a black trans woman.
Black, blue,
Hello,
black,
read the
bitch,
room.
beige, black, beige, black,
I can't relate to
fluorescent
a white trans
black.
woman.
Right.
I just saw a video of a mother from Uganda saying, if I have a gay son, I will. Yes, they do that. They do that.
Yeah.
It's
It's
forbidden
crazy.
there.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All in the name of white blue-eyed Jesus. I just don't understand. I don't get it. White, like, what is going on?
White Christian nationalism. White Christian
Jesus
nationalism
Christ.
will be the downfall of the
Jesus
United States of America.
Christ. Yes. Because they are reading that scripture the wrong way and they're not even reading all of it because there's a whole bunch of books that's not in there. They need to get up and really read through and dissect the message and get to the original messages as well because a lot of that stuff was rewritten. You got Constantine, you got all these, uh Catholic this trying to rewrite, and Saint this trying to, yeah. We've got to really get to the original text and understand what those original texts really really mean. um yeah, yeah, but in the same breath, uh religion has caused most of the horrors of this planet thus far have been in the name of said God, said religion, whoever you follow. So it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just the different religions because they all have caused major horrors. Yeah, all of them. So
And it's
wait,
divisive.
how long? How long?
It's
How long are we supposed to be on, Stevie? How
oh
long?
my God,
How
it's
long?
almost 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Old fashioned dolls. We're gonna have to close it here. This was so good, but we can
Yes.
keep going. But we're gonna have Mark back again. Hopefully we can get all three of us, me, Mark, and Sherry. That was y'all enjoyed that. That was everything. But you can't. That shout outs to Eric Benet. Y'all need to go check out the most recent video Eric Benet just dropped about straight men and hygiene and caring for themselves and how important that is.
Eric.
Uh, if you follow Eric Benet, you know what the
Okay.
content is. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that video out to add to Deshaun's point. But we're gonna close out here. Before we close out, Mark, always a pleasure, and I had a ball. We went over an hour. What gems would you give to our
Mm.
community on visibility and making sure that their voice isn't erased and eradicated?
Um, use your community. reach out to your community, engage with your community. We have the pieces for the architecture. We just have to structure it right and build the infrastructure. The only way I've been able to continue to do this is because of connecting with my community. Like I said, the prides and the film festivals and the influencers and creators like you. Um, Engage in that more. I think we need to support each other a lot more. We have some institutions that if you're not connected to mainstream, they don't see you. I think we need to get out of that bullshit as well. I've seen a lot. I've been doing this a long time. I've seen a lot of that. You wait till like we should have been celebrating Duran in totality a long time ago before he got this Grammy. Like he should have got all the awards that these queer and black queers are giving him now. He should have been had. We should have seen him first, right? Before we had to wait for Grammys. Even with Noah's Ark, showing up for Noah's Ark, we don't have to wait till they get the Emmy. We don't have to wait till they get them. We can support them. And the Mark Angels, Seraphim, the Style by Stevie's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to support before we make it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I will say. So engage in your community and be proud of it. Be proud of it. And if you don't like something, stand up and have a voice. There's space. There's space. There's space in this room, and there's room for more than one. Yeah, that's my advice.
And mine will be your authentic, true selves. We're not going back into a closet. A closet where? We've broken down
No.
those doors and we're continuing to keep breaking barriers, as Mark just mentioned with Duran, T.S. Madison, Kaylani. It's so many of us out here that have created a name and platform for ourselves. And it's important for us in the community to understand. Do not listen to Amir Odom's ass over there. Make sure that you are listening to people who are wanting equality and inclusion for all. Because there are some people who are in our community, like an Amir, like an Xavier, like a Rob Smith, who want to basically just disregard the rest of the community, and that means trans. So you be erasing my existence, Hope Giselle, Fairy Puss Bree Star. Y'all need to be supporting Seraphim by Mark Angel, supporting all of these LGBT Black creatives. It's so many out here, so there should be no reason why you are not. If you love us, if you love the dolls, if you love our brothers and our sisters in the community and everybody in between, make sure that you are supporting us, sharing our projects, reposting, purchasing if you want to. I don't ask for cash. So make sure that you are supporting.
Support.
Put your money where your mouth
Support.
is. That's what I will say. And as Rihanna, one more thing I will say to close out, I'm going to quote Rihanna because y'all know I love her. Pull up. Tell your friends to pull up for the queer community. Pull up for us, not just on Pride, but every day, because every day for us is a fight and it is a survival.
365. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they'll find
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Taylor.
There's no time for spotlights or highlights. It got to be full. It got to be 365. Period.
And not just
We
on
can't
a
afford.
holiday. Not
Yeah.
just on a
No, that's what I'm
holiday.
saying. We got to be frosty 365 on this. We can't afford. Oh, just Black History Month. Oh, just Pride Month. No, Black queer all day, every day. Represent and show up. Pull up.
Exactly. Well, the
Mm-hmm.
most unfortunate thing is that there's gay people in a homophobic state. We know, and I'll just conclude to Deshaun's point. If Harriet Tubman was
Yeah,
living, we
because I'd
know
have to
what
go.
she did. And I'll leave it with that.
Yeah.
Joining me tomorrow, that old school loving, we have Lamar Waters from Shantae Moore's Old School Loving music video. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. This man is a vet. He has also broken barriers for the LGBTQ plus community. And without further ado, Mark, always a pleasure. Let everyone know where they can follow you and check you out.
You can follow me on markangel.com. And remember, that's Mark with a C in the K. So it's MarkAngel.com. You can find everything about my music. Also find out everything about Seraphim the Motion Picture, which is now on Deku, which is on Prime. Roku, Apple TV. You can find it anywhere across the globe. And thank you for making it the number one trending hotshot debut movie on the planet on that station. So thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Congratulations, love, and
Thank you,
always a pleasure. We're
thank
gonna
you,
see
and
you.
thank you for having me, Stevie. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Welcome. All right, fashion dolls. See y'all tomorrow with Lamar Waters, and we have Bambi the Prince, another openly queer artist. Again, key topic. Make sure you're supporting. Three amazing queer men. We have Mark Angel, who is a friend of the show. So y'all make sure y'all support Seraphim. Go and check it out. I love y'all. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.